This is the Backfire G3 electric skateboard. I was looking for an electric skateboard specifically around New York City commuting, which meant I had specific requirements. My requirements: it had to be able to withstand Manhattan streets. It had to be lightweight. It had to be streamlined for easy pickup. I had to be able to carry it around the up and down escalators, on and off mass transit, in and around subways. It had to be water resistant and easy to clean. And it had to be reliable. I'm not using this as a toy. I'm really using this to commute to and from work. Not concerned about how fast it goes. I do need torque to get me up some hills and to get me through rough streets. I did a lot of research and I ended up with the Backfire G3. So quickly, I'm going to say that this is a recommended buy, and if you're looking for an electric skateboard, even just for fun, this is a great board. Maybe the only negative I have is the board's a little heavier than I would have wanted it to be. So let's get into the details. This board tackles New York City as if it was built to take the streets. I almost feel like these are AT wheels at times. They seem to go over all sorts of bumps and gravel and debris in the road. The wheels are not only the biggest I found for hub motors or most any electric skateboard, but they made it from material that suits all types of pavement and conditions. And once again, it just, the wheels feel like, this board feels like it was meant to do exactly what I'm doing with it. There aren't a lot of hills in New York, but I do actually encounter a couple. The board does not react to it at all, but I need to torque more for the rough streets and sometimes to get ahead of the other electric scooters, skateboards, and cyclists that are around me. I would sacrifice the battery size to make it lighter. Many people, the battery size, the big battery and the long range is super important, but it's actually not important for me. So I would have just liked the board a little lighter, but that's a personal preference, and maybe an option in the future. I don't know. This is one of the few boards that actually has lights built into it, and I'm a fan. I like lights, and I added shred lights, and the shred lights, between the built-in lights and the shred lights, I think this board really lights up, and it's really cool. I don't know, I get a lot of compliments on it, and most importantly, it's there, it's visible. They're low, and I should probably put something on my helmet if I want to be seen a little better, but just talking about the skateboard itself and the lighting, I think it's really cool. I wasn't sure why they put the lights on the side at first. It does get people's attention, but I will say if you decide to ride and when it's a little darker, it actually helps see exactly where your feet are placed. So I'm not sure if that was the intention. Obviously, to be very careful riding in the dark. The biggest issue I'm having, which is not an issue with no fault of the skateboard, is the grime factor. If I'm riding and I go through some wet patches in general could be a little muddy, but wet patches in New York City could be downright nasty. And dealing with that when then I have to pick the board up or carry it under my arm has been a little bit of a challenge dealing with that scenario. And it still is a challenge. I don't care for it. I sometimes keep a little towel or napkin with me, but sometimes it's just a matter of just getting a little dirty and washing up. Let's talk a little bit more about the skateboard in detail. We'll start with the deck. No video or picture is going to reveal just how nice this deck is in person. I've heard other people in videos state it, but when I unboxed it and saw this in person, it's a real beautiful skateboard. This is a well manufactured piece of equipment. You can just see it. The materials are high quality. It looks like love and care was put into it. The design is really nice. The cuts in the board, and they don't just look nice, they're actually very functional. Those wider cuts make it easy to plant your feet. Your feet know exactly where they should be based off the cuts. It's actually really cool. The motors, once again, these are hub motors, but I wanted hub motors for a couple of reasons. One, the belt motors are just too loud. There are benefits to that because people could hear you coming, but I wanted to be more stealthy. I wanted to, and now that I'm riding in residential neighborhoods, I'm happy that you can't hear them at all. They're completely silent. You hear a slight hum at times, but for the most part, people don't even know it's electric until they see the underneath or they see the lights on it and such. So the hub motors are nice and quiet. They have so much power, and they have plenty of torque. It goes way faster than I would ever go. The other reason why I didn't want the belt drives is they're a little bit more maintenance, and you have to worry about debris getting in them. I just wanted it to be very simple. It's realizing that, if you go with hub motors, you're going to be stuck with the wheels that the manufacturer sells you, and that was a concern of mine because not all manufacturers have easy ways to replace the sleeves of the motors. Backfire does, and they have a full set of spare wheels that you get, and you could purchase, and I did purchase them. I thought they were fairly priced as well, and now I have a full set of spare sleeves. I put almost 200 miles on the skateboard already, and the wheels show no sign of it. Of any wear, but I also, most of those miles are local on nice, smooth, well-paved streets, not Manhattan streets. When I'm riding my other skateboard, I feel like I'm balancing on two wheels, and when I'm riding this skateboard, I feel like I'm balancing on all four wheels. And I think that goes to the trucks and the way they feel and how they're balancing your weight across them, and it's really nice for carving. And I might want to tighten them up just a tad, but I'm 190 pounds. I had a friend ride it who was about half my size, and he actually had trouble cutting with the skateboard as much as I did, so the weight, I think it is dialed in well for me, and I feel like it's a good skateboard for a bigger person. Let's go to the remote. I really like the remote. It's a little bigger than I thought it would be. It's got a really nice texture. Screen is too small. I have a very hard time reading it. It also pops some messages up that vibrates, which is nice. It's not easy to see what's being displayed. I do like that there is a screen there that does give you some readouts. I like that it has an odometer. It has cruise control, and I don't use it that much, but I've used it a few times, and it's been fun. It's a little difficult to activate it. That's the only thing I'm not crazy about. It's hard to tell. It's hard to activate. It's hard to tell when it's active. So, I like that it has a finger. It has a finger loop. Now, my other board happened to have a finger loop, and that's not common on many remotes. And actually, I really like it. Kudos to that. And it even gives you another spot to position your finger on top of the loop, which my other remote didn't have. So, that's cool also. So it has three modes. It makes it a little confusing. It has switch between them. It's confusing, but it doesn't have to be what it is. It's called economy, sport, and turbo. It's basically, three levels. One being like it's going to just be babying you. Two is like normal driving mode, and three is like you're going to be pretty aggressively with your speed. The brakes are actually really, really nice on this. When you pull back and you apply the brakes, you could almost feel like there's something connected to the remote with an actual wire that's going down and pushing pads. It just feels so smooth and accurate, and it gives you such great control of the skateboard. And so it's a real nice remote, real nice control. The electronics are great. Finally, if I had a wish list, I guess I would really like if I could turn the skateboard on and off, at least on, from the remote. I also wish I could adjust the modes around acceleration, braking, and top speeds. And some of these features you are mentioning go to the X-Way board, and the X-Way Flex was one of my top considerations. The Backfire still was my preference, and I'm really happy I got the Backfire G3. I hope this video helps. I hope you enjoyed it. I do recommend the Backfire G3 electric skateboard. Put about 250 miles on it already, and they've all been with a big smile on my face. So if you're looking for an electric skateboard, I think this is great value for the money. Do some research, find out what's a good good for you as far as whether you want belt drive or hub wheels. This is Bart the Blog. If this video was helpful to you and you enjoyed it, please give it a like, a thumbs up. Feel free to write some comments. I do read them, I respond to them. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Be safe. And I'll talk to you soon.